Hello and welcome along to the post-match presentation of the NRMA Insurance Ashes Test match here in Adelaide. And a huge congratulations to Australia, who get the job done. They've gone 3-0 up in the series. They've won the Ashes outright and they retain the urn. It's come from a lot of discipline and ruthlessness in the big moments, but also that dedication from the whole team, contributions from everyone. NRMA Insurance are proud to sponsor this men's test series between Australia and England, and would now like to welcome up the player of the match. 170 for Travis Head, fourth consecutive ton here at Adelaide Oval. We had a 50 and a fifer from Jofra Archer, but for his century and a 50 and 7 dismissals, Alex Carey is the NRMA Insurance player of the match. Take it all in, Alex, here at your home ground. What a wonderful contribution from you, not just from this match, across the whole series. You've had a lot of admiration up in the commentary box for your keeping, but to contribute with the runs here at your home ground to get your side over the line in an Ashes series must be a great feeling.
Yeah, it certainly is. I guess we knew what was on the line coming into this match, and I thought the boys stayed really present and played what was in front of us. And we know England are such a good cricket team, and we're going to be challenged. And again, right to the end today, it was a real grind. But yeah, for the boys to all chip in throughout the series so far has been a lot of fun. And this Adelaide crowd throughout the last 5 days has just been something special.
Well, they certainly enjoyed your knock as well, the century, the 50 in partnership with Travis Head as well. I can see you're getting quite emotional there, but look, it must mean so much to be able to contribute in the way that you have, and, you know, a special moment to get that ton.
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, Travis, again, you know, something special here, 4 Test hundreds at the same venue. I know how good he is, and he's showing the world. You know, he's one of the best players. But yeah, I think, you know, to have family and friends, to be able to contribute to Australia's victories is always something I'm trying to do, and to do it here in Adelaide this week was, yeah, pretty amazing.
You're always going to talk about everyone else, but that century, what was the key for you on this surface?
Yeah, I guess I'm lucky to play a lot of Sheffield Shield cricket here, and I guess it's a familiar surface. Against a really good bowling attack, we were definitely challenged throughout the day, and to be able to, I guess, put a partnership with Usman Khawaja, who came back into this group and played really well at late notice, was fantastic. Again, not surprising from such a great player. Yeah, I guess patience and you know, trying to get through certain spells of really good bowling, and then trying to pick up boundaries when the opportunities were there.
It was a poignant moment as well, and your dad would be so proud of you in what you've achieved. I guess that's, you know, as a young lad, to be able to dare to dream to play sport at the highest level. I know it wasn't your first choice, but you're still contributing quite a lot for Australia.
Yeah, very special moment. I guess you know, having the family, immediate family here, you know, to score 100 and to look up to the heavens was, yeah, something very special.
And you're keeping, for all the kids watching out there, what is the key for you to be able to put out the performances that you have throughout this series?
Oh, I guess, you know, keep to a really good bowling attack who gives you lots of opportunities. That's one. They've been unbelievable, and you know, I've been lucky enough to come up to the stumps and keep to Bazza and Nessa last week, and you know, they're beating the bat and bowling fantastic. Nathan Lyon was, and again, fingers crossed he's okay, but he was really, really special yesterday, late in the day. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and this bowling attack is, yeah, really, really good.
Well, well done once again, Alex, and all the best in the remaining matches.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks, everyone.
Alex Carey, player of the match. A stunning performance from him, as I now welcome up the England captain, Ben Stokes. Ben, 3 losses now for you. You came here with high hopes. I imagine this is going to hurt quite a bit.
Yeah, obviously that dream that we came here with is now over, which is obviously incredibly disappointing. You know, everyone's obviously hurting and quite emotional about it. But look, we got 2 more games to go, and that's where the focus needs to switch to now. Look, we obviously came here with a goal in mind, and we've not been able to achieve that, and it hurts and it sucks. But yeah, we ain't going to stop.
What do you think has been the biggest difference between the two sides?
I think just the constant execution if you look at it in that, I think Australia have just been able to execute things on a much more consistent basis than us, both with the ball, with the bat, and in the field. And this game of cricket, it is based on how you bat, how you bowl, and how you field. And they've been able to outdo us, on a much higher level. We showed it in passages in these first 3 games, and again, this week, thought we did incredibly well to take it to where we did to on this 4th innings. And I thought we were on for another heist this morning when Jamie and Will were playing so well. But look, yeah, it's we can't do what we came here to do. But look, there's some good stuff to take out of this game.
It feels like you have to expect the unexpected with your side. Whenever your back's against the wall, it feels like you come out and put a performance in. 435 is what you needed, and you nearly got there. But it feels like when you are in front, it's just maintaining that pressure and that momentum going forward.
Yeah, definitely. And I think looking back on this game, losing the toss and going into bowl and keeping Australia to an under par score, which we thought, and then not being able to respond in the way that we wanted to with the bat when we knew that we had a great opportunity to be able to go and put a big score on the board. And then to fight back the way that we did with the ball yesterday morning, to take 6 for 60 or something like that. And look, we were confident that we had a very, very good chance of being able to chase it down, because we knew how good of a wicket it was. There was obviously going to be challenges that were presented to us, and we dealt with them pretty well in passages. And then look, obviously losing those 3 wickets at the back end of that day yesterday obviously set us back a bit. But look, all the stuff from last week around the stuff that I wanted to see a bit more from the team, I can definitely say I've seen that this week. Some of the guys lower down the order, I thought stuck in and showed that courage and fight and responsibility that I was asking for. Yes, we've been on the wrong side of the result, but I think we can take a lot from this game into the remaining 2 games. And I think we've learned a lot about ourselves as a team as well.
You're showing a lot of loyalty in your players, and that is an admirable quality. But do you think that it's cost you at times in this series?
No, I think we've all done that to ourselves, really, as opposed to any individual. Look, we've not been consistent or relentless enough, even as a word that I don't quite like to use. But yeah, our execution just hasn't been anywhere near good enough to be able to come to Australia here and compete with these guys. And I think at the moment the scoreline reflects that. But yeah, we got 2 more games. We've got so much to play for. We aren't going to just fall over and let this series play out. We're going to leave absolutely everything out there on the field that we do. We've got people coming over here, to come and watch these last 2 games. We've got so much more to play for, and yeah, we're gonna give absolutely everything for these last 2 games.
You've had some pretty amazing support from the Barmy Army as well, especially over on the hill. Enjoy the next few days off. Have a good Christmas, and see you in Melbourne.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Ben Stokes, the England captain. Now time to welcome up the Ashes winning captain, Pat Cummins. Pat, you've won the Ashes inside 11 days. How does that feel?
Feels pretty awesome. Yeah, amazing. This series been thinking about for a long time. Yeah, it wasn't easy today, but we got it done, and yeah, pretty excited change room in there.
Yeah, I mean, you really raced to fitness yourself to get yourself back playing in this Test match. What did it take for you to get back?
A fair bit of patience initially, and then the last kind of 2 months been a bit of a grind. Just give myself every chance, but yeah, it's all worth it when you get days like this, packed crowd and retaining the Ashes.
And it feels like patience has been the word for you. Anytime England brought a partnership together, you think about Joe Root, Zach Crawley yesterday. You came on, got the breakthrough today. When England were getting closer to that target, it felt like there was a lot of calm out there. Was that the key for you when it came to taking those final wickets?
I think that's when we're at our best, this cricket team. You can't really, rush things here in Australia. I think you kind of will it to happen, but it doesn't really work that way. So it's good old-fashioned grind a lot of the time, and yeah, I love the toil from all the guys today, and yeah, got a little bit closer than I would have liked, but pretty happy.
I know you weren't part of the first 2 Test matches, but just how much strategy did go into this series with England coming over?
Yeah, a fair bit. I think first of all, you need more than just 11 players in an Ashes series, 5 tests. And even 3 tests in, we've shown that. We've used 14 or 15 players. So, obviously Steve was great. But, I think it's always focusing on what we do really well as bowlers, not trying to get too carried away with the opposition. Maybe throw out a couple of different fielders, but most of the time we just focus on what we do well.
And you've been thrown a couple of different kind of situations throughout this series, and the adaptability has been really important for your guys. I spoke to Mitch about experience and how important that is. Has that come into play? For example, Travis Head going to the top of the order, Usman Khawaja having to come in at the last second, no late line in the last innings here.
I think that's one of the things I'm most proud about this group. Nothing ever really happens perfectly. There's always something that gets thrown up. Over the last few years, this group's just shown you just kind of crack on. Even I missed the first couple of games. Steve's stepped right in. It was smooth, seamless. And there's always things that crop up. Nate Lyon, doing his hemi with a couple of hours left today. But the boys just go, okay, that's happened. Let's crack on. What's next? And I think that's one of our, the big reasons why we've had our success over the last couple of years.
We heard Ben Stokes talk about there that the relentlessness, you just keep coming, not just with the ball and the bat, but the fielding, exceptional. Marnus Labuschagne.
Yeah, incredible. I think Steve and him might have a fight on who gets second slip back next week. And this tough pitch here in Adelaide, it wasn't too much on offer. 20 wickets was always going to be pretty tough, and Marnus manufactured a couple more for us with some of that fielding.
And a lot of South Australians here to witness an Ashes series win, but a couple of South Australians performing incredibly well.
That's right. Travis Head and Alex Carey. Don't know where both their statues are going to go soon, but they deserve it. It's such a wonderful place to play Test cricket. Packed crowds all 5 days. So many people travel into state for this one Test match each year, and seeing two homegrown heroes was awesome.
Are we going to see you for the rest of the series, or is it just coming in for the win here and then have a little break to rest up that back?
Yeah, take the credit here. We'll see. We'll see how I pull up over the next day or two, and we'll make a decision, but savour this one for now.
Okay, well done once again, Pat. Great to see you back playing, contributing with the ball, with the captaincy. I'm sure Steve Smith would have been devastated to miss out here, but enjoy your Christmas, and we'll see you in Melbourne.
Thanks, Aisha. You too.